Hello and welcome back to this Introduction to Graphical Programming course. Today we are looking at errors. Now errors can be really frustrating. They're also known as bugs, and did you know why? Let's take a look. In 1947 we had the world's first computer bug, and it literally was a moth in the relay. And as you can see here, the engineers who found the moth were literally the first to debug a machine. So this moth got into the machine, caused the computer program to fail, and ever since, whenever we get errors, we call them bugs, and when we fix them, we call it debugging. So let's get started. What you're going to do is click on this errors lesson, and then that will give us some starter code. And when I hit start, I get an error. Now when you get an error, don't panic. Just take a deep breath and read what the error message is. Now in PyAngelo, when you get an error message, it's going to show up in this right-hand side here. Now, read the error. It says name error. Name back is not defined on line 2. So this gives you a lot of clues. First of all, you know the error's on line 2, and you can see the little cross here. And if you hover over that, you get the actual error message again. Now, it says name back is not defined. So what that means is the computer doesn't know what back means. So what were we actually trying to do here? Well, if you've been following along, you probably realize that this should be background. So when the computer doesn't recognize a function or a command, you get an error not defined. All right, let's fix this one up. Let's do some debugging. Background. Awesome. So now we can go back down, hit start, and we've progressed further, but we've got another error here. Name error, name rectangle is not defined. So again, just think about it. Okay, the computer doesn't know what the command rectangle is. So what were we trying to do? Well, probably we were trying to draw a rectangle. So let's fix this up. Let's change this to be rect, R-E-C-T, because that's what the command actually is. And the more you do this, the better you'll get at learning what these errors are. But yeah, follow along, hit start, see if you can debug it. There's still another error here. If I start this now, so pause the video, see if you can fix this final error in your version and come back when you're done. Okay, so let's read the error. Type error, rect takes exactly 4 arguments to given on line 4. So again, often these messages, these error messages are pretty helpful. So we know there's a problem on line 4. It takes exactly 4 arguments, but only 2 were given. And if you're not sure, you can look up the reference page and find out what those arguments are meant to be. But remember, the rectangle command, or the rect command, takes 4 arguments. The first 2 are the position of the bottom left corner, and then we need the width and the height. So let's give this rectangle a width and a height. Let's make it 200 pixels wide and 300 pixels high. Cool, let's start that. Hey, and there is our rectangle and no errors. So we have successfully debugged this program. Well done. I will see you in the next lesson.